Okay. Hello everyone. Welcome to the evening shift of RGL here, or afternoon shift if it's in the US. I'm gonna be playing some King's Quest for the NES here. And yeah, I will explain the game while we're going through it and everything, and we will hopefully not make any major mistakes. We will do a few extra save states. We're gonna skip the intro here, because the intro is like 5 minutes long. It just explains the story, so I'll explain the story even though I don't know the story, so I will just explain the story from my perspective as a speedrunner. Basically, Graham is on a walk. His castle get stolen by an evil wizard called Mordak. We meet Cedric. Cedric helps us to find another wizard that gets us started on our adventure. But without any further ado, let's just get the run started, and we will have plenty of time to talk during the run. So I'm just gonna start the game right here, and we're off. So the very first thing we want to do in this game is to go to town and grab a fish. And we also get to hear a little bit of music while we grab the fish, which is in this barrel. And the reason why we need the fish is because it's not only kids that need food, right? Also enemies need food. Or not enemies, I mean animals. Well, they could be your enemies depending on how you look at it. But yeah, we also need this stick because we do want to make friends with a dog later. So we pick it up, then we go over here and we're gonna open the menu. This game is mostly about menuing, and sometimes the menu just doesn't want to work. So we throw the fish to the bear, he will be num num. And then the bee comes here and are super happy. But then we will go and steal some honey instead, because we need honey for later. And basically this first part here, like the first 15 minutes of the game, you can call Act 1 of the game, where we gather resources to get up to the mountain. And we need to go through the desert here to get a few items. So we are gonna drink here. Because if you don't drink every few screens, you will basically die from thirst. We also need this shoe, because like I said, we need to make friend with a dog, but we need to make an enemy of a cat later on. And now we are gonna walk up here. And I'm gonna make a safety save right here, just so I can show off a little trick, which is a little bit tight. So we will save. And if we did this fast enough, we will make it behind this pillar before the evil man comes. So that saves like 3-4 seconds. But because I saved, it doesn't really save time, but I still want to show up like the speedrun strats. So just to be safe, in case I don't get it, we save. So basically we saw that guy using a wand and saying the magic words. So now we know we need to, also that's not great. But yeah, now we know we need to get the wand. So we go back to his camp here. We drink from this pot because we're thirsty. Then we go in here. And we grab the wand. And now we need to go back to the door. And we don't need to drink right now. So this part you can actually mess up just because of how the maps are built here, because if you exit before you get the item you want here by holding up, you will not be able to complete the game. We're skipping the jar here because the jar is used to trap the witch later on. But we are just gonna ignore the witch, basically, to get through her. It's a small of a glitch, and we do a final drink there to get out of the desert. So yeah, this is actually the only King's Quest game I've played. And we take a little bit of a detour here, just because this screen is so laggy. So, oops, I accidentally walked up to him. It's not a big deal, it's just we get that little cutscene. And we need a coin to present to the madame here. And we get a little bit of cutscene here, getting explained to us how the big bad evil wizard used magic to steal our stuff, and how we need to go to the to his island and stuff. But also don't forget that this is a charity event for Random Acts. They have a few donation goals or donation incentives that can still be met, like Street of Rage 2 hard mode. But before that, that stick we picked up earlier, we wanna make the dog chase it, so we befriend the ants. Because the ants are really important. It's basically they will unlock one of the key items here. So we help them. And we are gonna do that right away here. We're gonna go down here. And here we're gonna search for a needle in a haystack. And the ants come and say, "We will help." And then they find the needle that we need for later in the game. Now we're gonna go to the next part of the map, into the forest. And I'm actually gonna just... Basically the safety saves I do are because the tricks aren't hard. It's just that if I would fail it, we need to start all over again. So right here, we wanna use the amulet to not get hit by the evil witch. She will turn us to a frog if we do it wrong. So this is the reason why you need the jar usually. It's because you cannot get through the witch here. But they didn't really code it that well. Well, they've coded it better than that. Better than that. Better than that. But not better than that. And here we will take 3 items, a marionette doll or something. And up here we have a key. And down here we will steal a spinning wheel. And now we just get out of here. But we still need to get the witch to be gone somehow. And we're gonna do that by using the save function. Basically this game checks if you've done certain things when you load the game. So for example, when we have opened this thing, the game now has a flag set that tells the game, hey, the witch shouldn't be around anymore. So we load here. And now the witch is completely gone. And now we're gonna do probably the biggest skip or glitch. So right here, you're supposed to put out the honey and then throw these sparkling things and catch one of the gnomes. But if you do that, you have to watch a very long cutscene of the gnome going and moving the boulder. So just like before, what I explained, the game having different flags, this screen will only check if you have put out these items. So when I exit and go back, the rock has been moved. Because the game thinks that, oh, if you use those items, the rock must be gone. And now we're gonna crawl a little bit. And we get some music finally. Do do. But yeah, I picked this game up for about maybe 2 months ago or something. Basically, another community had a voting for games, and this was one of the voted games, but it didn't make it in. And I was like, hey, I do want to play King's Quest. So I was like, I'm gonna play King's Quest even though it didn't make it in. And I'm really happy that I did, because this is one of the more fun speedruns I've learned. So anyways, all of that was so we could get the heart back to the little tree here. Because we want that harp. That harp is a really important item to progress the game. And I've forgotten to pick it up several times when I did runs of this game. But they are very happy to be finally together. That person is in the forest earlier in the game that you can talk to. But yeah, we're gonna grab that. Then we're gonna go here. And after they have left here, they drop the tambourine. And we need a tambourine as well. Really important item. And now we're gonna head down here. And we are gonna give this... I always assume that these are dwarfs or something. But maybe they are just normal people. Anyways, we get a puppet right there, which we need as well. And now we're gonna go over here and then down here. And now we're gonna throw a thing on the cat here. If the game, well, sometimes the game just doesn't. So you can hold A to make sure to just pause the game while you're trying to hit stuff, like moving stuff. But yeah, now we're basically at the trading part of the game. Basically, we're gonna trade in all the important items we got then throughout. We picked up a silver coin because we need it. So the first thing we need to do is we need to go in here and give this man his little puppet. And for the puppet we get is it called a sledge? Snow sledge? But we get one because we need it for where we're going. We're gonna go in here. And this person wants the needle. So we can get some new outfit right here. Also I do have legs. It's just my camera that kind of wanna remove it. So we get some new clothes right there. And here we will go over here. Because this man wants some good shoes. So we're gonna give it to him so we can get his hammer. And then we are gonna go and buy some cake. Because you never know when you need cake. So we're gonna go here. Gonna offer this person a silver coin. And now for my favorite line in the game to say. So we go in here and walk up here. And we get the best line. Rub him out! Boom! And the reason why we rescued the mouse from the cat before was so the rat will rescue us later. And we need to get captured because we need the rope. And then we're gonna use the cobbler or hammer on the lock here. Then we need to remember to not only open this cabinet, because he will open it and say, oh, there's a big juicy lamb steak there, but he will not pick it unless you pick it again. So this is basically the end of Act 1. And we're gonna go up to the second act right now. Which is the very first thing I saw people say, a snake! And how do you get past a snake? Well, obviously you play the tambourine. And I'm just gonna make a save right here, just to be safe. Because we're going up to the mountain now. And the thing with the mountain is that you can easily fall off the mountain and just die. So we need to get dressed and we need to eat once so we don't die from starvation. And now we need to be a little bit careful so we don't fall off. And here we need to make sure to use the rope on the cliff. And that's kind of the thing with King's Quest games, is that there's so many ways to die. Like, for example, if I would have thrown it at the branch instead, I would have fallen down here and died. And there's like small stuff like that where it's like 50-50s on what you're going to do. And here we just need to use this function to jump across. And now for my favorite part of the game. Cedric, the owl, will land there. And now a donkey comes and grabs him for some reason. Like, why would donkeys be in a snow-covered mountain? It just does make any sense. But now we get to ride the sledge and listen to some good music. And we're done. Now we will walk over here. We see a bird. I think the bird is hungry. And I'm an animal friend, and I believe if I help animals, they will help me one day. So I give them a little bit of my lamb steak. It's happy. And we go into the Ice Queen lair here. And we can see that Cedric is captured. But if we play our harp, she will be so impressed and will tell us to get a crystal for... Yeah. Get a crystal for her, basically. And we follow the donkey. By the way, the donkey isn't a donkey, it's a wolf. But it does look like a donkey. And same thing here, very easy to fall off, so let's be a little bit careful. And here is why we need the cake. Because we need to throw the cake on the Yeti's face. I mean, isn't Graham already married to the princess if it's the king? But yeah, we get the crystal here. And now we just need to be careful to not walk off somewhere. And yeah, now we are gonna enter basically Act 2, what I call Act 2. And I can say from a speedrunning standpoint, this is a really good game. Because you have options to go for risky strats, or strats where you need good execution. And there's really no RNG until the end of the run. Which you can see as good or bad. But yeah, we're gonna walk off the mountain. But then a bird we didn't feed is gonna make us food instead. And here we need to make sure that we grab this shining thing. And while we're waiting here, just to save a little bit of time, we can put that on. Also, we don't need to do it later. And now we just wait. And the bird we were friends with is coming to save us. And somehow we swap clothes right away. And now we're basically into the filler episodes of the game. So we're gonna pick up this rod. And we need this boat, but it has a hole in it. So we're gonna use this beeswax that we equipped before. Then we are gonna push the boat. And here we just need to go down once and then to the right. And we will arrive at the island. And now Cedric's luck is just gonna get worse because we just rescued him from being captured. And the moment we get here, a harpy just steals him. But luckily this time we don't have to chase him up the mountain. So we get here, harpies. And again, we learned it from before, when an evil woman captures something, we just play the harp. The harp will always save us from the women in King's Quest. And we pick up this. Sometimes it can be really hard to pick up stuff. And now we're gonna leave. We see Cedric here. I guess we need to bring him along as well. And we need to pick up that shining stuff as well. It's a very easy item to forget. Especially in a speedrun when you're just trying to go as fast as possible. Also, there's two ways of menuing in this game that you swap between a little bit. You can do with the select, which brings you to like the item menu, or B that brings you to the other side of the menu, and you can kind of decide how you want to do it. But yeah, to get back, we just go right. And we need to ring the bell. And this old man can't hear well, so we're gonna bring him a seashell. And now we have a long cutscene. So how are people enjoying King's Quest? For me, like, the thing I think is so impressive with this game is that how they managed to actually get it all into one card. Also, did you know that this is a Konami game? Konami really published some weird games. But I do really enjoy the Konami published games. But yeah, we're going to the final destination in the game. And the first thing we are gonna do is just save. So there's a fish right here. And I've never used the fish, because I used to pick up the fish because the old world record did, but I never used it myself. I only read how you actually use the fish. So if we need to use the fish, hopefully it will work as I think it works. But yeah, we use that to get through here. Here, if you're fast enough, you can actually skip that dialogue. Here we need to use the iron rod or iron bar. And if you hold B here, all you need to do is hold B. You can skip a text box. Okay, let's see here. I need to scroll down right here so I can see it's up, right, right, left, right, up, left, right, left. And you can use the tambourine on any screen you want, but I'm gonna use it here. Because when we use the tambourine, that thing, whatever it is, drops the hairpin. And you need the hairpin to open this door. And then you need to open the door. And here we are gonna use this amulet. No, wait. Not amulet. That was me picking the wrong item. It's the necklace we wanna pick. So she recognizes us because this is the princess, I believe. So we talk a little bit, and this is basically where the RNG in the run starts. This is why we have 45 minutes estimate and not 35. So the first thing we wanna have is that the monster appears right here. No, monster did not appear right there. Then we want, ooh. Well, I could have fed the cat, I guess. Do you know what? I've never done this. So it needs to be a first time for everything, right? Okay, do you know what? I don't think that's a good thing. So let's just restore. I don't think that's a good thing that the cat says that. Oh, this is the RNG we want. Wanna get grabbed? Then we wanna go in here. Alright, you need to use the hook here to grab some cheese or something. And then the princess comes right there. And now I need to check my notes again. It's actually faster. I don't know where I am now. This is not good, people. Okay, we're back here. Okay, let's do that again. Up, up, right, left, left, right, left. Okay. And that's why notes are important to follow. And now for safety, we will pick this up. This is for the monster if it wanna go and grab us again. And now we're gonna save again. We are saved. Let's see if we get to the final part here. No evil blue man here. There's a cat there. I should probably fed the cat. But maybe it will still work. We need to check here. It's not safe just yet. Yeah. That's one of the RNG things that can happen. So now we just need to restore and do the same thing again. It's just something that happens. And I think it has with if the cat is around.
Thanks, Anhole.
Let's see if I gave it some food, if it's gonna be happy with me. No. And yes, I've lost world records to this part. My world record, actually, I do not save at all and just go for it. And get very lucky. Oh, now I can show you why we picked up the marbles. Whee! Because we can kill the blue guy. Now we just need to wait for him. This is basically, now we just wait a minute for him to go to bed. So I guess the fish is only useful if the cat spawns in here. So how are everyone doing this Friday? Everyone having a good day? Everyone enjoying this game? What runs are you looking forward to in the schedule? This is probably the most awkward part of this speedrun, is just waiting here. But trust me, something will happen soon. I think at least. Unless the cat ruins it. That could be a thing as well. I don't know how the game acts when the cat is here. I didn't check when I started, but it usually takes around a minute. But I know it's gone over a minute now, so maybe I need to despawn the cat. I'm gonna wait until 40, then I'm gonna try and reset the room to see if it works. Yeah, let's reset the room. Let's reread this one just in case. Then stand here. Let's see if it's gonna work. Need to sit up a little bit, so let's fix the camera. Boom. This is why you put in 10 extra minutes of estimation when you do runs that you haven't done before in a live event. But yeah, maybe something broke when no, here. So he goes to bed here. And now we need to steal his wand here. And now we're going to the end. And the end battle, people, that's gonna be a tough one. We go up here. We're gonna place his wand, Mordak's wand, on this one. We're gonna place this sheath here. You're supposed to put your wand on the other side first. But if you do that, this cutscene is super long. So you do it in this order to make this cutscene slightly, well, probably like 20 to 30 seconds shorter. Because just like before, it's not supposed to work like that. But if you put this wand here now, and then you leave this screen and come back, the game only checks those flags basically. And you go over here and you grab this one. And now it's time for the final battle, people. We walk down. We're here. We're gonna get back our castle. But No, we need to do a final battle. And Cedric dies again. Typical Cedric, just be in the way. And now he turns into an evil enemy. So we need to use our wand. And we need to become a tiger. Because we all know that a tiger beats a moth or bat or whatever that is. And then he becomes a dragon. And what could possibly counter a dragon? You might ask. Well, obviously, a bunny is stronger than a dragon. Like, just makes perfect sense. And then he becomes a snake. And what could beat a snake? If not... Is that like a mongoose or something? And what do you think the evil villain does at the end? He becomes a stationary fire. He literally becomes fire. And what do? We become a rain cloud. Like this basically feels like a playground battle. You know, when your friend says like, oh, also that's time, by the way. But basically, like when you're talking to your friend, like, yeah, but I become a dragon. Yeah, but I'll become a mosquito because you can't hit me when I'm a mosquito. And then your friend goes, well, then I'm gonna become a mosquito eating bat. And then you say, then I'm gonna become a beaver or something. But yeah, that's King's Quest. I will just go through the ending really quickly here, so you get like the ending screen and everything. But yeah, the wizard that helped us at the beginning of the game transforms everyone back to normal, and everyone is happy. Everyone is ignoring that Cedric is dead because no one cares about Cedric. But sadly, some endings need to have some sadness in them. And the sadness in this ending is that eventually they do notice that Cedric is dead. And they will revive Cedric. Where is Cedric? But yeah, sadly this is the only King's Quest for the NES. I would have loved to see more King's Quest for the NES. Or more just point and click adventure games. It's really fun to play on old consoles. I did not remember them talking this much. But yeah, we're going back here. And we're gonna get our ending score, which will not be perfect. I think it will be like 248, 249 maybe, out of 252. We'll see. Oh, 258 of 260. So that's basically because we didn't pick up the yard. Anyways, that's it for me tonight. Make sure to continue watching. Make sure to check out those donation incentives. You can name a character in Dragon Warrior. You can make Street of Rage 2 hard mode. But yeah, that's everything for me. Take care and have a beautiful evening. Bye bye.